Hello, my name is Prashanti. I've got a civil engineering degree, a diploma in architecture, and master's degree in information systems. Today, I'm going to teach you about AutoCAD. There is a lab session and a theory session. The AutoCAD that I am following is by Terrace uh, AutoCAD and its application by Therese T. Shoemaker and David Madsen and David A. Madsen, P. Madsen and David A. Madsen. There are two persons. So this is all about AutoCAD. In the theory session, first you need to download AutoCAD software. AutoCAD software is freely downloaded from Microsoft. They are offering free for students a 1 year subscription. Once you download the AutoCAD software, it has an A icon. When you double click on the A icon, the application is being opened. Once you open the application, opening the drawing, by clicking on the start button, you could open a drawing. It has a DWG extension. Now after opening the drawing, you could follow the commands. There is a command button. You could enter the details in the command button. It has some prompts. When you answer the questions, the command is being performed. This AutoCAD follows a certain standards. For mechanical people, they follow ASME standards. For architectural people, they follow ISO standards, ANSI standards. So these are the standards they follow. AutoCAD has a 2D drafting part. It is used for residential purposes, for drawing buildings in 2D and 3D model. It has both advanced features like 3D modeling and 2D drafting. And for mechanical purpose, it is used uh, for machine parts, and it is also used in electronics. So first you start a new drawing by using click in a start button. After opening the drawing, you start. It has insert commands. There is a ribbon on top of the command. The ribbon has following functionalities. It has all the commands loaded. For example, insert command, display command, layer command. The top ribbon has the functions, and there is a bottom. It indicates that it is in the model space. A grid is being light. Grid are nothing. Grid of one unit. The x coordinates and y coordinates are specified, x and y coordinates. So depending it follows the coordinate system. Then after following the coordinate system, you could draw a line or a circle or anything that you want. You could off the grid. You could arrange the drawings in a tile and a cascade form. You could save the file using a save command. So these are the features of the AutoCAD. There is a lab section. In the lab section, you are going to perform the practicals. In the theory session, you are going to learn about the drawings, uh, about the drawings. So this is all about the application. AutoCAD application. This CAD is nothing but computer aided design. With the help of a computer, you are going to draw the buildings, the floor plans. So since I have got a background in information systems, I could use the packages easily, and I'm able to deliver the lecture for you. Hope this lecture is helpful. Let's go into the lab session. This is the lab section. Here, A is of AutoCAD. This is when you double click on the A icon after you download it. This uh, 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 this is being opened. It has a home section. AutoCAD has like a new drawing can be opened. New drawing can be opened. It has an uh, open command, and you can close the command. In the first chapter, you are going to learn about opening a drawing and uh, closing a drawing. That is about the first chapter. You open a drawing. When you click on the open a drawing, you could open a new drawing. It is You could open a new drawing. So like I have opened this drawing. It has a ribbon. This is the ribbon. A ribbon, it has insert command, annotate command, parametric. These all are the commands. When you click on the draw command, you could have all these commands. You could draw a line, a polyline, a circle, etc. So here you have a command line. It has a command line. Here you could mention line command. When you mention a line command, you could draw a line. Here you have all the utilities that you can draw. Modify command. This is the horizontal commands. You could take one by one and you could practice them. Here in the lower section, there is a model. This is a grid command. You could off the grid. Off the grid means you don't see the x and y coordinate, don't see the grid, the boxes. All these boxes of one unit are disappeared. So these all are other features. There is a scale, annotative scale. So these all are the commands. This is the template. If you want to open a template, you click on the template command. uh, a new template is being opened. Like this is the template. Here you could see this is the drawing which has already been drawn. So you could open the DWT diagram. So you could see here a template is being opened. This is the template which somebody has already created, like first name of the drawing, project name. All these are already written by someone. We are using someone's drawing. This is the standard format. In order to submit our drawings to the government, we use these standard templates. In these templates, we put our drawing. There is a model space um, and a paper space. Depending upon this model space and paper space, you could change the drawings. Using a start command, you could open these drawings, any number of drawings, and you could work between the drawings. For example, I have created these drawings. I'm going to show them in the drawing 3. In this command, already a plan is being. This is the architectural drawing. Now this is the mechanical drawing. These are the basic commands. First, the small commands. After learning all these commands, you could draw the bigger drawings. This is elevation. You could draw the floor plan and elevation. These are the hatch commands. So in the line command which I have already drawn, slowly after you pick up the momentum, you could draw, like you could draw a circle. These amenities can be drawn. There are 33 chapters, so I am going to teach 3 chapters at a time, and in 10 days you are in 10 lectures you are going to complete this course and will be able to draw the drawings. Thank you. In this chapter you are going to learn about the saving of the files. Now you know how to open a file and close a file. Here you have to save the work. You save it in the it has a naming convention. For architectural drawings, it starts with an A designation A101. It means that it is an architectural drawing of sheet number 1 and of a floor. First floor 01 is the first floor. This is how the designation will be there. For mechanical purposes, mechanical purpose it will be MDI, and for structural purposes it will be of SF. So depending upon seeing the designation, we could find out whether it is an architectural drawing or a mechanical drawing. So naming convention, you have to save the work. There is a probability that you may lose the work, so for every 15 minutes you have to save the work. Once you save it, it is saved as a drawing, as a DWG file. Now you open a file, you draw, you save a file, and you close a file. Saving a file using the designation, whether architecture or uh, you could open multiple files at a time. For example, A101, A102, 103, like that. You could open a file and you could work them individually using a start command. You could work in those files at a time. And in the file, the you could create viewports and you could work in the viewports, like there is a model space and a paper space. Depending upon the in the paper space, you could create viewports, and the same object can be seen in, like, tile cascade. We could see the same object at different angles. So as you progress on, you learn new utilities and will be familiarized with the subject. So this is about AutoCAD, computer aided drafting. Using a computer, you keep on drawing the utilities. Now finding the files. If you have saved it in the you have to save it in the C prompt or on the desktop, then you could easily find the files. Like if you say open the files, you should always remember the path in which you have saved the files. Once you remember the path, you could open an existing file. Open an existing file by working through these commands. You could be familiarized with the files and the drawing properties. For example, you could open the tool palette and you could you could work with the properties, like in the layer, in which layer you are going to draw, in what is the command, whether it is a line command or a circle, the object that you are drawing. So this first chapter is all about the introduction of these commands. So in the insert command you have to know about lines, circles and all. Next, in the modify command, you know about the modifying the data, like copying, mirroring and all are being known. As you keep on progressing, you will learn more about the subject. Now we go on to the lab part. Now, in this chapter, you are going to learn about drawings and the templates. Starting a new drawing using a start command. Now you have opened a file drawing 9. Uh, Now you draw a line, a circle. These are all about the drawings which we are going to draw. For example, you have already downloaded a template. In the template, like in the paper space, you will get a drawing in the paper space. This is about the template. This drawing is already drawn drawing. This you have downloaded. For example, here project name, address, file name, date, scale, sheet number A01, 101, sheet number, it is being named, and the drawing is seen in this paper space. Now here you are having a line command, so now you saving the command. So for this one you have to click on this one and you click save button. Once you save, it asks where to save. I am saving it on the desktop. And since it is an architectural drawing, I will put some A101, A101, A101 drawing, A101 drawing, and it is saved as a DWG file. Save. You click save button. Once you click the save button, it will be saved on the desktop. It will be saved. See, previously it was drawing 9, but now it is saved as A101. So this is how you draw a line circle. There is a coordinate system. Coordinate system is X and Y. If you mention the X and Y coordinates, you could draw a line. At the same time, you could mention the units. For example, units. In the units, there are architectural units, decimal units, engineering units, fraction, scientific. So you could select the units. We select architectural unit and we select OK. For example, you consider this one. This is a line that I have already drawn. This is a line at an angle. This is a circle and all. So here it is uh, mentioned in the metric system. Now you want to change it to the architectural unit. So you mention it as units. It is a decimal unit. Now you want to change it to the architectural format, architectural. If you click architectural, OK, its units has been changed to architectural. This did not change, so you need to open the properties palette. Here it did not change. Here it did not change. Like if you click this dimension, uh, these dimensions, and you say units. Architectural units, you have mentioned them as architecture, but it is not saving. So what you have to do is you have to go to the properties palette, a uh, view palette, properties. If you go on the view properties palette, you go and change primary units are decimal units. Now you want them to be architectural. So once you change them to the architectural mode, they are being changed. Now you see 2 inches. 2 inches. Previously it was in metric system. Now when we opened into the properties command, it has changed to architectural format. All these are in the metric system. By using the properties palette, you could change them to architectural mode. So you can draw a line, a circle, an arc. So in this way you could draw all these and you could save them in the file. And once you have saved them, this is here, saved them, automatically save. Uh, you could uh, you could you could save them. Now you don't have a permission to save it here, so you could save them in the AutoCAD. Like here you could go and you could save. These are, you do not have permission, because I have opened this through the D drive. You are not able to save these files at the current location. This file is opened from the D drive. D drive. So you should be familiarized with the files, and once you get familiarized with the files, you could work on these commands, and you could learn the subject. Now we will study the next chapter. In this chapter, you are going to learn about drawing the lines, drawing the circles, drawing a rectangle, drawing an ellipse, a spline. So you have to follow a coordinate system. By mentioning x and y coordinates, you could draw a line. It is called absolute coordinate system. The next one is relative coordinate system. By mentioning relative coordinate system, you have to mention the points to be from that point. Like using an ampersand, you could complete the drawing, whereas in the polar coordinate systems you draw the lines by mentioning an angle. You could complete the drawings. You could draw an arc and a spline, and a polyline. Polyline is nothing but a continuous line, a line and an arc or a circle or a semicircle. So that is the polyline. Spline is nothing but an ellipse is nothing but you have a major axis and a minor axis. Spline is nothing but it is of certain thickness. That is the spline command. So now in this chapter, you are going to draw the straight lines, circles, depending upon the coordinate system. You take the textbook and you start using them. Use with the help of the textbook, you complete the exercises. Then you will be familiarized with them. editing. Sometimes whatever you are drawing, it might be wrong, so you could erase the command by mentioning it as erase. You could erase the command, you could undo the command. Yeah, there is also an undo command to erase the single operation. For example, in a polyline there are number of lines and arcs at a time. If you mention undo, the last operation undo will be undone. Uh, undone and also redo means the last operation will be redo. So this is how you practice the commands, and you practice the commands. Once you practice, you will be familiarized with the subject. The objects can be copied. Stacking means objects can be copied, and you could write it as an array. So these all will be in the further chapters. Till now, here you have to only mention the drawing the lines. The first part you are learning, the first part like drawing of the lines. You have to mention the units. Once you mention the units, those are being drawn. First only if you select architectural, then architectural drawing will be done. If you are not selected, then it will take decimal. Later you have to go into the properties palette and modify them. Instead, when drawing itself you mention units, then that units will be implemented. So so you at the end of the chapter there are exercises. For example, start a new drawing from a scratch using architectural template. Draw front side of the view, wide flange. These all are the exercises. A bar graph, a hexagon. You have to draw these shapes. So for the first exercise, whatever the drawings are there, you keep practicing them, then you will be familiarized with the subject. As you grow on, you could build upon the subject and will be able to draw the floor plan. Now we move on to the lab section. In this chapter, you are going to learn about a line, architectural units. For example, you draw a line, dynamic in you draw a line command. Dynamically, you could input as 5 feet. 5 feet. So the line is being drawn of a 5 feet length. Now you could draw a polyline. Polyline has a straight line and a curved line. Arc, you mention an arc. So it has turned an arc, then a straight line. So this is a polyline. This is a polyline. This is a polyline. Now you mention this is a polyline. Now you take a rectangle. Now you can draw a rectangle. Now you draw an ellipse with a long axis and short axis. So this is how you can draw the ellipse. long axis and a short axis. This is an ellipse. So using a coordination system by mentioning x and y coordinates, you could draw the lines. For example, you draw a line. This is of 0 degrees, whereas polar coordinates you could see a 0 degrees. At a 0 degrees you have drawn. Now it is at the 90 degrees. 90 degrees you are going to draw 90 degrees, you see, 90 degrees. Next you are going to draw at 170, 180 degrees. Next you are going to join it close. So this is the command that you are drawing. Now if you want to undo a command, you could write undo. The last operation is undone. See, the last operation is undone. You could also write redo. There is close and undo command, so you could mention close command. Close command if you mention, it will be closed. So this is how it is being closed. So this how you could edit the drawings. So these are this is how you can draw the you should be familiarized with these commands, and you should draw the circles. And there is a donut. For example, you can draw a donut inside diameter and an outside diameter. With that you could draw a donut inside diameter and an outside diameter of 1. You could draw a donut. This is the donut. Donut means center. You have to mention an inside diameter of 5 inches and an outside diameter of 10 inches. Then you could specify the center of the donut. So you see, you could draw a donut structure. This is how you could draw a donut structure. So you keep practicing these lessons and get familiarized with the subject. Then you will be able to draw these diagrams. For example, I'm going to show you these diagrams. These diagrams. This is the elevation that we have drawn. Elevation. These are the screws with hatching command. These are the further which you are going to learn all these commands. So by the end of the chapter you will be able to draw these floor plan. You will be able to draw the floor plans. These are the architectural commands. And if you are interested in mechanical, you will be able to draw these type of drawings. So once you learn the drawings, you will be familiarized with the both the structures. Then you could enter whatever subject you interest you. You could enter in that field, and you could achieve good results. So this is all about the first 3 chapters. You practice the exercises.